My name is Ibrahim Kasso, coordinator for IGAD Regional Migration Fund and also team leader for Migration and the Free Movement Protocol. With the issue of respect to climate change and impact on the migration displacement, climate change has significantly contributed to displacement and the migration in our region. The first and the foremost, it causes prolonged and recurrent drought, which leads to food insecurity and loss of livelihood and force the rural population to migrate in search of pasture and water. Again, climate change also induces the extreme weather event which damage the farmland and infrastructure of the people, that increases temporary and permanent migration in the region. It also triggers resource-based conflict and violence and insecurity which drive displacement internally and across the border in our region. The most important impact of climate change is when rural livelihoods are collapsed. Many people migrate to urban areas and cause stress on city resources like housing and sanitation. Climate change also often combined with the poverty, weak governance, and political instability, and increases the risk of displacement in general. Climate change impact increases existing vulnerability, reduce resilience, and making displacement and migration unavoidable coping strategy in our region. With respect to the strategies to support the impacted community in the IGAD region, from the very outset, IGAD recognizes the growing challenge of climate-induced displacement in our region and develops several policies and strategies that are implemented at regional and the national level. The main aim of these policies are: one, to enhance resilience, reduce displacement risk, manage migration in a way that promotes regional stability. The most important migration policy framework that IGAD develops in 2012 provides comprehensive approach to migration displacement in our region. It also provides a mechanism to support member states to incorporate climate change impact into their national policies and programs. The 2020 Protocol on Free Movement of Persons, also one of the policy instruments that aimed at facilitating safe and regular cross-border mobility, including those are affected by climate change, and allow easier movement for pastoralists and the displaced people in our region. The other important policy framework that's developed by IGAD is the Center for Climate Prediction and Application Center, which provides early warning information on drought, flood, and other climate hazard, which helps the government and the community to prepare for the climate shocks and develop a response accordingly. There are also important community-based programs like Regional Migration Fund that support communities to diversify livelihood, increasing access to basic facilities like water, and reduce the risk of irregular migration. And also there are policy instruments in the pastoralist areas, which is one of the protocol on transhumans, also facilitate the movement of pastoralists with their livestock crossing international border and during the climate shocks and seek refuge. Of course, capacity building and policy harmonization is one of the areas where IGAD is doing with the member state and assisting to develop policy on climate change and adaptation. Promoting regional cooperation on climate and displacement, fostering coordination between member states on cross-border air response is other major work of IGAD. IGAD support also extends to data collection on climate displacement trend, the risk and the coping mechanisms to inform policies in development. In conclusion, the IGAD approach combines policy development, practical community support, and also regional cooperation to reduce the risk and the impact of climate-induced in our region. With respect to the support of awards, how it will be increasing the voice of the climate-affected impact, the award ensures personal experience of migrants and also displaced persons and their survival stories. It also helps to present the displaced person as an active person in our region, and it also helps to showcase how displaced communities are rebuilding their lives and adapting to new skills in the case of climate change. And also the well-narrated stories can inform and influence government and also international partners to support climate change responses. The stories can also shape policies that can protect displaced and migrant persons. Most importantly, the award better enhance journalists in our region to report on accurate and very important information on climate change.